YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with another NFL video. Something interesting I saw on Twitter a couple of days ago, and I kind of want to get my opinion out there because I feel pretty strongly about it. But I think it was Daniel Jeremiah of NFL Network originally tweeted out pretty much asking his followers, anybody out there, in their opinion, who has the best five players at age 25 or younger. And everyone had their different opinions, and I noticed that I believe it was NFL on ESPN tweeted out basically the graphics you see in the thumbnail here, them saying these got to be the four best teams with five players age 25 or younger, and pretty much asking the followers who they think is the best. And I saw a lot of comments, and it seemed like a pretty good debate, but I really don't think it should be a debate. I think there's a clear cut better team here, so I kind of wanted to get my opinion out there right before we get started. Subscriber goals at 40K by the end of this year. So if you do subscribe to the channel, we appreciate you very much. And if you do not, a subscription would be much appreciated. And I think worth it for you because we have daily sports videos, NFL and NBA. As soon as the NFL season starts, we got full in-season coverage. There's our Twitter at the top right. Also a link in the description for that, including the like button. Be much appreciated. But we'll go through these four teams. So I'm just using these four teams. I know there's probably more out there. But of these four teams, let's kind of break them down at first. And I think it's an easy choice. And that's why I made this video. Easy choice. Some people, I think, are a little delusional, maybe. I don't know. Cleveland Browns, the first team we'll talk about. So the five players that they chose here were Nick Chubb, who is a solid young running back, had a pretty darn good rookie season. Kind of want to see more from him. David Njoku, I think an up-and-coming tight end. And what I mean by that is I think he can be an elite tight end. Really stepped up last year with Baker as his quarterback, and I think he can continue to step up. And then Baker, I'm a big Baker supporter. He was my number one quarterback pre-draft process last year, and excellent rookie season. And usually those quarterbacks that get thrown in those situations, usually they fail, and they're set up to fail, and he kind of overcame that. So that's the most impressive thing. So let's see if he can continue to take those steps and be that impressive quarterback that we expect him to be. Then Myles Garrett, another young guy that we expect to be a top pass rusher in the NFL, maybe as early as this year. And then Denzel Ward, another guy. He may, in a couple years down the line, may be one of the elite corners in football. Very good rookie season, a little better than I expected. So he's kind of on his way. So a lot of young talent here. Pretty solid five. The Cowboys. You got Amari Cooper, who did struggle in the beginning of last year with the Raiders. Then he gets in a Cowboys uniform, and he's just dominant. Are we going to continue to see that? He looked really good. We'll see if we continue to see that. And then Zeke could be, maybe, an elite running back, a top-tier running back. He needs to stay on the field, which it looks like he is, but needs to cut it out off the field. And then Dak Prescott, who I think people have mixed opinions on. Some people don't think he's good. Some people think he's solid, and there's some people that think he's more than solid. Very clutch quarterback. And then you have the two linebackers, Van Der Esch, who stayed healthy and had a very impressive rookie season, and Jalen Smith, who is able to stay healthy after a gruesome injury his last game at Notre Dame, and he's been very, very solid for them. So a good group of five there. And then we got the Chicago Bears was an option. Allen Robinson, who I like a lot, I think is very underrated wide receiver. And a lot of people, it's something they don't realize is actually age 25 or younger there. And then they got Tariq Cohen, who's a weapon. He doesn't get a whole bunch of carries at the running back position. I think it was about 6 a game. And maybe not like a true receiver. He's kind of just a weapon out of the backfield, really good in that Nagy system. We'll see if they continue to use him like that, like they did last year, because it worked out. And then Trubisky, who, I don't doubt his potential. He has a bunch of potential. He's only started 1 full year. He's kind of got to show me something here. That he's a more than a good quarterback. And then Roquan Smith had a really good rookie season. He looks like he could be an elite linebacker of the future. He really does it all too at that position too. Not just your traditional middle linebacker. Gets after the quarterback on blitzes and can cover. Came up with a couple interceptions there. And then Eddie Goldman, who's their nose tackle, pretty solid nose tackle there. And then one more team here to break down they had was the Chargers. Hunter Henry, if healthy, he's a solid tight end. Another guy you want to see more of, Mike Williams. Down the stretch last year was excellent. Rough rookie season, and last year looks very promising. And I was high on him the pre-draft process. So he looks like he's going to step up. And then you got Joey Bosa, if healthy, another guy that's could be elite if healthy. And the two DBs who I like a lot, Derwin James on his way to being elite, maybe already elite. Just want to see a little more after just a rookie season. That applies to pretty much anybody that was just a rookie. And then Desmond King, who they stole in the draft a couple years ago, is an excellent corner, can play multiple different secondary spots. So after breaking these teams down here, I'll just give you my pick, and I'll tell you why the other teams I really didn't consider here. I mean, they're all good, but I mean, it's a clear choice to me that the Cowboys are the winner here, and I'll tell you why. You look at, I think the mistake people make when they think they know the right answer is they just think of the team. You know, it's not really the debate. It's a silly debate because it takes more than 5 players at age 25 or younger to win a Super Bowl and win games. So it is kind of silly, but I think people are thinking of the team in general in this. And maybe there's a team or two that are better than the Cowboys in this. But you look at Amari Cooper, he's you could argue a top-tier receiver. You know, he's up there, top 15 for sure. Real good once he had a good quarterback here and a good system. And then Zeke is an elite running back, maybe the best in football. Dak Prescott, I'm one of those guys that think he's very underrated. He's a clutch quarterback. Very solid last year. Maybe needs to stay a little consistent because it's kind of back and forth year after year. I think he's better than people think, and the two linebackers are just freakish if they're healthy, which we expect them to be. Van Der Esch was dominant in his rookie season. I don't see any reason why he can't do that again. Jalen Smith, I love his game. You know, he can do anything. He can play middle linebacker, outside linebacker, drop back in coverage, almost looks like a safety at times. He can blitz and get after the quarterback. So many third down stops, sideline to sideline from him. I love his game. So you get 5 guys across the board that are really good. You know, who's the worst one on this list? You can't even make up your mind here. So kind of going back to the other teams and why I didn't pick them. So the Chargers, we'll just start with the Chargers here. You know, some question marks. Hunter Henry's somewhat of a question mark. We know he's good if he's on the field. Mike Williams, you want to see more of. I believe in him, want to see more. Joey Bosa is elite, but you want to see him stay healthy on the field. Derwin James, I really don't need to see more of. I know he's going to be elite. And Desmond King, I'm super high on Desmond King, always was. So I'm a believer in those two. I'm a believer in all of them, really. Just staying healthy and improving on the field. So the Chargers probably would be second. Tough choice, though, but I thought it was a clear choice. The Bears, to me, the Bears as a team, probably is that team. You know, the Bears and the Chargers probably are better than the Cowboys. But with the 5 here, I do like Allen Robinson a lot. You know, really 2 on here stand out as really good in this 5, and that's Allen Robinson and that's Roquan Smith. Tariq Cohen, I kind of want to see more. Not really a running back, doesn't have the routes to be a receiver. He's kind of a weapon, kind of needs to be used in special ways. We saw when the Bears didn't have Trey Burton, they couldn't really use Cohen. So I think he has such a specific role where I need to see more. I want to see him continue to do that. And then Trubisky, like I said, he has potential. I'm not going to doubt him being good in the future. And I mentioned that for some guys, Hunter Henry, Mike Williams, Derwin James. They've shown me that they're good. Trubisky honestly really hasn't shown me that he's a good quarterback. I think he's average right now, maybe a little under at times. But he can show me more this year. I'm not doubting that. It's just he hasn't really shown me that yet. I like Roquan Smith, like I mentioned. Eddie Goldman, maybe there's 3 guys here, and that'd be Eddie Goldman. He's a good nose tackle. He's a franchise nose tackle, but is he anything spectacular? I got to split hairs here when picking the team. And then we got the Browns, and the Browns got a pretty balanced 5. All these guys are good. It's just, I think what I catch myself saying with these guys is the word should. They should be good, or we expect them to be good. Nick Chubb, really good rookie season. I don't know, my problem with him in the pre-draft process was how long is he going to last? How many years is he going to be good for? I expected him to be, I guess, pretty good early on in his career. Is he going to be that dominant long-term? They did get Kareem Hunt for a reason, I think. Njoku, I like where he's heading. Baker Mayfield, I'm a big supporter. Myles Garrett. It's just a lot of good players, a lot of good young players. Want to see more. Could they struggle because of their youth at first? I mean, it's a really good 5 here for all these teams. But I thought it was a clear choice. I thought the Cowboys were the clear choice. It's a real good group of 5 here. So maybe in the comments, give me your guys' thoughts. I think it's a no-brainer. I surprised at how many other teams I've seen in the comments. I guess it could be fan bases, but in the comments on this tweet. Any other teams you guys want to discuss, put their 5 players, and I will discuss them with you in the comments. Would love to see that. So it's an interesting topic here. I don't think it's much of a debate, though. Maybe that's just me. But go ahead and click that subscribe button if you don't subscribe to the channel. We got daily sports videos, NFL, NBA, plenty more. NFL full coverage in season. I cannot wait for that. No, you guys can't either. Going to do a college football preview as well. We have picks during the season on that. I can't wait. I can't wait for football season. But that's going to do it for this one. Thanks, everyone, for their support. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.